Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE CCO Triple H has named the wrestler he would like to face if he returns to wrestling. The game wants to face Roman Reigns if he manages to step back in the ring. It's been over 3 years since Paul Levesque called it quits and announced his retirement at WrestleMania 38. His health issues forced him to retire, and he was robbed of a retirement match. On Good Morning America, Triple H was asked who he would like to wrestle if he somehow managed to return to the ring. The WWE CCO had the following to say in response: "If I got back in at this point, I'd be wrestling Father Time is what I'd be doing. Nobody, mostly me, wants to see me back in the ring. I think in this moment right now, a current superstar, if I could go back in time and do what I did at my peak, it would be Roman Reigns. He's a great guy, incredible talent, incredible performer. Out making movies right now, still a WWE superstar, but branching out into Hollywood. He's going to be massive." HT Wrestle Purists on X, Triple H and Roman Reigns 2016 WWE feud. Roman Reigns defended the WWE World title in the 2016 Men's Royal Rumble match. He almost lasted the entirety of the match, but the game had other plans. He shockingly entered the match and went on to throw Reigns off the top rope. He then won the match and the WWE World Championship in the process by throwing Dean Ambrose out of the ring. Thus, he kicked off a feud with Roman Reigns on the road to WrestleMania 32. At the show of shows, the two megastars faced off in the main event of the night. In the end, Roman Reigns managed to put Triple H down to become the new WWE World Champion for decades. Paul Triple H Levesque has been one of the most important figures in WWE. Whether it was as the cunning heel who ruled the Attitude Era, the leader of D-Generation X, the ruthless, cerebral assassin, or the corporate powerhouse steering WWE into the future, Triple H has worn many hats. Yet, despite officially retiring from in-ring competition due to serious heart issues in 2022, fans have never stopped speculating. What if the game had one more match left in him? Recently, discussions in the wrestling world reignited when it was suggested that if Triple H were ever to lace up his boots again, there is only one massive WWE name that would truly make sense for his return. None other than Roman Reigns. A legacy that speaks for itself, Triple H's resume inside the squared circle is almost untouchable. A 14-time world champion, a multi-time WrestleMania headliner, a Royal Rumble winner, and one of the most cunning heels in history, his influence stretches beyond just wins and titles. He played pivotal roles in elevating talents like Randy Orton, Batista, Seth Rollins, and even John Cena during their rise. But more than that, Triple H always had an eye for storytelling. He wasn't just wrestling for the sake of wrestling. Every feud, every promo, every in-ring tactic was designed to tell a compelling story. That is why when the conversation arises about a possible last dance, the opponent cannot simply be anyone. It has to be someone who embodies today's WWE, the way Triple H embodied past eras. That man is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, the face of modern WWE. Roman Reigns has, over the past decade, solidified himself as the standard-bearer of WWE. From being handpicked by Vince McMahon as the next top guy to being initially rejected by large portions of the fanbase, Reigns has fought against both external and internal challenges. His transformation into the Tribal Chief and his record-breaking undisputed Universal Championship reign redefined his career. Like Triple H in his prime, Roman is a master manipulator of psychology. He doesn't need to wrestle 30 minutes every week. His presence, mannerisms, and storytelling are enough to keep fans glued. In many ways, Reigns is a modern-day cerebral assassin, only with the aura of a legitimate Samoan warrior carrying his family's wrestling legacy. That is precisely why Triple H versus Roman Reigns is not just fantasy booking, it's the kind of dream scenario that feels like it should have already happened. The storyline potential if Triple H were ever medically cleared and WWE decided to build toward this match. The story practically writes itself. The past versus the present. Triple H could position himself as the gatekeeper of WWE's legacy. Roman, meanwhile, would stand tall as the dominant force of today. Their feud could be framed as a battle between the greatest ruler of WWE's past and the reigning king of WWE's present. The Bloodline Factor. The Bloodline storyline has been WWE's most compelling arc for years. Imagine Triple H, the man who once ruled WWE as the King of Kings, challenging the authority of Roman Reigns as the head of the table. It's more than just a match. It's a clash of dynasties. Corporate versus tribal power. With Triple H in his current role as WWE's Chief Content Officer, he represents the company. Roman represents family, heritage, and dominance through intimidation. The collision of those two forces would create not only in-ring magic, but also emotional weight. The reality check, of course, as exciting as this possibility is, reality often dampens the dream. Triple H has publicly confirmed that his in-ring career is over after suffering a near-fatal cardiac event in 2021. Doctors placed a defibrillator in his chest, and he has repeatedly emphasized that stepping back into the ring is no longer an option. But wrestling fans live on what-ifs. Even if Triple H never physically wrestles again, there's always the possibility of a confrontation, a storyline, or even a special appearance where tensions with Roman Reigns boil over. After all, we've seen legends like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Undertaker step in for special moments even after retirement. Why Roman Reigns is the perfect opponent. If Triple H could only pick one superstar to have his farewell match with, Roman Reigns makes the most sense for multiple reasons. Star power. Reigns is the biggest name in WWE today. A Triple H return wouldn't feel justified unless it was against the top guy. Storyline depth. Both men share history. Roman Reigns and Triple H clashed at WrestleMania 32, where Reigns defeated the Game for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A final chapter years later would be poetic. Passing the torch. Again, while Roman already beat Triple H once, a final match would symbolize the official handoff of WWE's past to its future. Generational clash. Fans love seeing eras collide. Just as Triple H once clashed with The Rock, Stone Cold, and The Undertaker to define eras, Roman versus Triple H would be that same generational clash in the modern age. Fantasy booking. How it could happen. Let's imagine a world where Triple H is miraculously cleared for one last match. Here's how WWE could book it. The build-up. Roman Reigns continues his dominance, boasting that no one in history compares to him, not Austin, not Rock, not Cena. One night, Triple H interrupts, declaring that while Roman may be the tribal chief, he has never truly dethroned the King of Kings. The conflict Roman and the Bloodline target Triple H, ridiculing his age and health, saying he's clinging to the past. Triple H responds by reminding Roman that he was made in WWE's system that he helped build. The match. WrestleMania is the only fitting stage. The entrances alone, Triple H's iconic warrior march with the sledgehammer, and Roman's slow, ominous walk with the Bloodline, would make it unforgettable. The result? Roman Reigns would win, of course. But Triple H, putting over Roman one final time, would cement Reigns as not only the face of this generation, but also the conqueror of WWE's past. Triple H's true role. Today, even if the match never happens, Triple H's role in shaping WWE today ensures his presence is felt every single week. His creative vision has revitalized WWE programming, giving fans long-term storytelling, surprise returns, and unforgettable matches. In many ways, Triple H doesn't need one last match. His legacy is alive in every superstar he's helped create and every storyline he helps bring to life. But still, fans can't help but dream. The idea of Triple H facing Roman Reigns in one last match is the kind of fantasy booking that electrifies the imagination of wrestling fans. While reality makes it highly unlikely, the symbolism, storyline potential, and sheer star power of such a clash would be nothing short of monumental. Triple H was once the man who ruled WWE with an iron fist, the King of Kings who manipulated and dominated to remain at the top. Roman Reigns is now the tribal chief, a dominant figure who commands respect and loyalty from his family and the WWE universe alike. A battle between the two isn't just a wrestling match. It's a story of eras colliding, legacies clashing, and two of WWE's greatest warriors standing across from each other, if only for one final time. And even though it may never happen, the dream of Triple H versus Roman Reigns proves one thing. The game will always be respected, and Roman Reigns will always be acknowledged.